What's going on, world? Steve Dab 317. As promised, I am right back with another reaction video. This is video number 6 of 24 in my 24 Hours of Tom series that I'm putting out for each and every one of you. So, right now I'm going to be reacting to American Dreamz. This is my first reaction. Never heard the song before. Hopefully you enjoy it, but with no further ado, let's get it cracking.
We're making murderers famous. To kill a bunch of kids and get on all the front pages. I don't know none of the victims. I know the guns in the system promote the ones who are dangerous. It's become entertainment. We got t-shirts and posters covered in murderers' faces. We got movies getting made portraying killers as saviors and parents leaving kids alone at home with guns in the basement. Would you pull me from a burning car? Run to get your phone so you can film me yelling world star. A gun don't make a...
You know what? And real quick, I've got to go back to the beginning just to mentally put myself in the place where this song is. So bear with me.
None of the victims we're making murderers famous. To kill a bunch of kids and get on all the front pages. I don't know none of the victims. I know the guns in the system promote the ones who are dangerous. It's become entertainment. We got t-shirts and posters covered in murderers' faces. We got movies getting made portraying killers as saviors and parents leaving kids alone at home with guns in the basement. Would you pull me from a burning car? Run to get your phone so you can film me yelling world star. A gun don't make a soldier with a purple heart. A gun cannot protect us if we don't know where our morals are. Students fill the classes and the graves, and you claim it's a conspiracy to take your guns away. All the while the family's torn apart and trying to ask why their son deserved to die at his desk in his class.
We don't want a politician making money off the bullet holes. They're digging our graves, the home of the brave has gone up in flames. Give a f*** about the system. We're not doing what we're told. The land of the free is armed to the teeth. American dreams.
We're distracted by free porn and compilation videos of puppies and kittens. While our children use the internet to bully one another and then purchase ammunition. So addicted to your phone that you ignore the kids and never give them any supervision. So they learn to build a bomb of things you keep inside your kitchen, and you wonder how they ended up with life inside a prison.
Ooh, you know what's so I was literally just earlier today, I can't remember where it was, but somebody was like, what is the biggest obstacle or something like that that this current up and coming younger generation is going to face? And I made a comment along the lines of, or what are one of the biggest obstacles we're going to have to deal with? And I made a comment along the lines of an entire generation that came before them that's not willing to take accountability for who these kids are. And I said that because I hear so many people like just ranting and raving about how horrible this upcoming young generation is and how lost and misguided, but they forget that like we were the ones who raised this, like we brought them into this world and raised them, you know. So I feel like to some extent we've got to take accountability. No, you can't control a person's every action, you can't control all the actions of another person, but at the same time, like I feel like we have to, as a generation, we have to take some responsibility for like this other generation. Those are my views anyway. If you disagree or if you agree, put it down in the comments. You know the routine. Alright, I'm gonna go back 10 seconds and keep it rolling. Back on task.
So addicted to your phone that you ignore the kids and never give them any supervision. So they learn to build a bomb of things you keep inside your kitchen, and you wonder how they ended up with life inside a prison. We mourn a dead gorilla, but don't care when it's a person. We're forgetting that we're human. We're angry the chickens are being locked up in cages, and then forget we do the same to kids in our institutions. When they ask you about stupid, you tell them they should...
I want to say this is, well, is it Harambe? Was that the name of the gorilla that they killed? That was when a child fell into the enclosure or whatever.
You ignore the kids and never give them any supervision, so they learn to build a bomb of things you keep inside your kitchen, and you wonder how they ended up with life inside a prison. We mourn a dead gorilla, but don't care when it's a person. We're forgetting that we're human. We're angry the chickens are being locked up in cages, and then forget we do the same to kids in our institutions. When they ask you about stupid, you tell them they should Google it. They wonder why the troubled youth are homicidal lunatics. You think it's tragic when a shooter kills a student, but then say it's all a plan.
Alright, so, man, it's like literally every single song I listen to of theirs, it gets me thinking about something that either I thought about before or maybe it's a new thought, new thing to me. But you know that part about actually I'm just gonna run it back 10 seconds, then I'm gonna say
The kids in our institutions, when they ask you about stupid, you tell them they should Google it and wonder why the troubled youth are homicidal lunatics.
yeah, there was, and I think I may or may not have mentioned this before. But there's a presentation where the presenter was talking about how oftentimes younger individuals lack critical thinking skills, and part of the reason being that when they don't know the answer to something, either they Google it or they ask somebody, and somebody just tell them, hey, here's the answer, or whether they use their smartphone or whatever, instead of like if you ask, I imagine if you were to ask people who are 20 and under, if you were to ask them about how to use a card catalog, or about the Dewey Decimal System, or anything like that, their minds would be completely blown. Maybe not all of them, but quite a few. But it's like, I think that when we get to the point where we have to search and sync, I think that's also a skill. So not just that specific information set we're after, but I think we develop those skills and how to think and sift through things and kind of hopefully decipher the truth from the fact and the miscellaneous BS in between. Didn't mean to do that.
You think it's tragic when a shooter kill a student, but then say it's all a plan for them to change the Constitution.
We don't want a politician making money off the bullet horse. They're digging our graves, the home of the brave that's gone up in flames. Give up about the system, we're not doing what we're told. The land of the free is arms to the teeth, American dreams.
Yesterday will be the same as tomorrow if we don't wake up today.
We don't want a politician making money off the bullet horse. They're digging our graves, the home of the brave that's gone up in flames. Give up about the system, we're not doing what we're told. The land of the free is arms to the teeth, American dreams.
Is that Manson on his shirt? I think it's been a while since I looked at the image of him, but I think it is. If I'm right, let me know. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm okay with that. But this is a good song. This is a good song. So one of the things, and I gathered multiple things, some I've already talked about, but one of the themes I gathered from this song is like, one, I'm not going to touch base on the political side of things. I just mean us as individuals who are watching this. It's like, yeah, I think we need to be mindful, and sometimes it seems that we or people can have double standards and pick and choose where they want to apply certain rules. Like in one token, yeah, this is bad. However, but I want to be able to do this. And like even the part about right to bear arms, that's I'm going to have to think about that. And I think maybe being Canadian, that has a strong influence on his viewpoint. Here, I can't say always, because to my knowledge, we didn't have firearms in the house when as a young kid, at least to my knowledge. But it's one of those, I don't know, I really got to think about it. So like personally, I've taken my daughters to training classes, as well as my wife, because I wanted them to learn how to properly utilize a firearm. And we went through demonstrations and just samples of like, what do you do in certain situations and things like that, because part of me feels like it's one of those things that I'd rather have and not need than need it and not have it. And I guess it's unfortunate that it's that way. But I also think that he's more or less touching bases to individuals not being involved. Like before that, he mentioned, being on your phone, not paying the kids much attention, and you wonder how they're figuring out how to, getting on YouTube or whatever they do, figuring out how to make bombs in the basement and things like that. I think maybe that's more directed towards parents who aren't paying attention to what their kids are doing. So maybe, and again, I may have to listen to, I'll listen to it again, but maybe he's kind of alluding to irresponsible parents for having firearms in their home, and then the kids end up, shooting themselves or a friend. I personally, I think a lot of that happens because of curiosity. It's like they get the video game and stuff. What happens on Call of Duty, you respawn. But I think at a young age, maybe they don't fully understand that doesn't happen in real life. Or they're curious about a gun because they've never been educated on it, and then it's in a household and it's loaded for whatever reason, and they find it, and it becomes hey, I wonder what this does, and then, something happens uncontrollable, which is unfortunate, but as we all know, it does happen. So, I think education has a huge component to do with that. But anyway, that's my tangent on that. I'll get off my soapbox. I want to make my way over to the next video. Appreciate you being here, Steve Dab 317. Within an hour, I'll have another video coming your way. Peace.